My name's Jen, and I love camping, canoeing, hiking, all kinds of outdoor adventures. I've been doing it my whole life. I invite you to join me. Subscribe to my channel, follow along, see what fun we're going to have next, because you know what? There are so many adventures still to come. Hello everyone! We are at beautiful Sucker Lake in Kawartha Highlands Provincial Park. And we are in the middle of a long series of thunderstorms. This is crazy. I haven't filmed much on the way out because we've literally been paddling, hiding, setting up camp, hiding from thunder and heavy rain. It's really hot. I think it's 29 degrees Celsius, feels like 40 today, so it's a little intense. But we're having a good time, and we're in a beautiful campsite. I try to pan around here. It's huge. Oh, it's a little dark. It's not nighttime. It's just overcast right now and waiting on another storm to come through. But yeah, we're having a good time. We're trying to stay cool. We're swimming. We're avoiding the lightning. Yeah, it's an interesting trip so far, and we have 2 more days to go. Just after the storm. So hazy. There's another one coming. Lots of thunder in the distance. So it's after 6 o'clock and time to think about getting a fire going for dinner. And all this split wood you see here was left behind by the previous campers. So we're excited. It's like our good wood karma is coming back around. Now we have collected a bit. I'll show you here over by the fire pit. You can see how open and big this campsite is. So all of this we've collected and cut to size. There's quite a bit of hardwood, a lot of dead hardwood around the site, and some softwood to get the hardwood going. And nice clean fire pit, which makes us happy. And yeah, time to get her going here. But I'm not doing anything new or exciting here, just lots of birch bark and some hardwood down, lots of fine fuel here. That snap, crackle, pop is exactly what you want to hear with your fine fuel. Alright, so I'm just going to use my knife to fluff up my birch bark, which basically means I'm making all kinds of little bits that the spark can catch. It's not really necessary that I actually use a flint and steel, or sorry, a ferro rod to start my fire, but it's fun. Oh yeah, look at that. That's super fluffy. All kinds of little curls. I'm going to come from the other direction for a couple seconds here. Alright, I'm going to enlist Sweetie Pie here to hold the camera and hopefully over top of the fire pit, and maybe we'll get this on just a couple strikes. Not likely, but we'll see here. Angle her down. Yeah, I think that's probably good. Oh, a little tiny flame. Nope, went out. So at this point, that's when we grab our lighter. We try it this way. Oh, see, even that's not even wanting to play. Well, we tried. We tried to be all bushcrafty. Just wasn't in the cards today. So dinner tonight isn't particularly fancy. We have a cooked boneless ham that we're going to cut in half and heat up in some water in a pot over the fire. And then just like a sidekicks kind of thing with pasta that should be really flavorful. It'll be really nice. We also just realized we brought an avocado out to eat with our lunch and we forgot. So we might add that to the pasta. We might save it for tomorrow. Not sure yet. But the fire is coming along really nice. Got a nice little pile of mix of soft and hardwood in there. Get some coals going. And actually the wind has really died down and gotten a little bit more stable. So hopefully, you know, cooking won't be too crazy. Alright, so for our ham, because it is fully cooked, all I'm going to do is put it in this pot with some water. And we'll heat it up just to heat it through. We're also going to save some of it for breakfast tomorrow. So, get it out of its packaging. The last time we did a ham at camp was actually winter camping, and it was so yummy. I'm just going to cut it this way. I can hear Shoxy, he just woke up, I think. There we go. And we can kind of just do one of these. And I'll put the lid on that, I'll put it on the fire. And then for our sidekicks thing, I think we just have to put 1 3/4 cups or 425 milliliters of water and a little bit of olive oil in the pan and bring it to a boil. You pour this in, stir it for a few minutes, and then just let it sit to thicken. So that's super easy. So I'll probably start the ham first. I think get it warming up and then go from there. Man, I've been using this type of pot since I was a kid. I still struggle with these weird plier thingies. They're just so awkward. Just put a handle on your pots already. Ah, this is just going badly. Alright, let's try this maybe. Alright, this is just getting ridiculous. Okay, here we go. There we go. Oh, that's all I wanted to show you. Water's boiling, ham is warming up, things are going well. Now I can't get the handle off. So upon further reading of the instructions on my sidekicks thing, I'm supposed to actually put this in the water as I bring it to a boil. So I'm going to do that now. So this is what happens when you rush for filming and things. Oh, and of course the wind just changed. Oh, smoke everywhere. Ah. This is one of the most disturbed weather days that I've camped in a long time. Okay. Now put the lid back on and bring it to a boil as per the instructions. So I thought I'd give you the really quick campsite tour. That's the put in over there. We've got the no bug zone, which thankfully the bugs have finally broken. It's the end of July. We're mostly using it as a tarp because of all the rain. And when I pan around, you can see, like ignore our laundry over there, how open this campsite is. Like we can see back in the bush easily 500 feet. There's no undergrowth, no brush. This is a really old site. That's our rope for our food bag for tonight. It looks close, it's not really that close. But yeah, you just see how open this is. Like, this is an old campsite. It's been used for a long time, and we're really enjoying it. It's quite nice. A little bit of new growth there, kind of keeping it private. We're gonna go over that way to watch the sunset later. It'll be nice. So I used my Nalgene bottle to measure the water, and I put exactly what it said in, but that looks really soupy still. So I'm gonna leave the lid off for a while and just let that evaporate a bit, because it could be past a soup otherwise. Okay. Oh, it's so windy. Weather is very upset. This finally thickened up. I can't believe it. I didn't believe that all that water would go, but it did. The ham is definitely warmed up. We're going to get sliced up. I did bring a little bit of sweet honey mustard for our ham, so that'll be yummy. And I'm looking forward to this. I'm hungry. Oh, look at this. This is lovely. All right. So we are going to save some of this ham for breakfast. And then we brought eggs to have with it, which will be really nice, but this is going to be so good. Oh, it's a lot more meat than I think I was thinking it was going to be. Look at that. Beautiful. We still have a whole other half to go, but we're going to keep that warm for now. Yummy. Okay, hit stop. I still can't believe this pasta absorbed all that water. I was worried. I did have to take the lid off for probably 5 or 6 minutes, but ooh. We decided we're going to keep the extra avocado for breakfast or lunch tomorrow. I'm not going to bother with it tonight. We just want to get the carbs and the protein into us and relax. The weather is not nice right now, so this looks great. We're going to enjoy it. Dinner did not stand a chance. It was felt like 40 degrees Celsius today at one point. That's insane. So hot. Body needs all this. So yummy. And then we got a little bit saved for breakfast tomorrow. Oh my, look who got a Yahtzee on the first turn. Oh yeah. I'm trying to figure out how to light this so you can see me in the dark. Oh, there we go. Okay. So it's about 10:30 and the storms have finally passed. I think we had 4 different thunderstorms today. The last one was very intense, and we definitely had some go past that didn't quite hit us, but we got the wind and the weird weather. But now it's beautiful, and there's stars in the sky, and almost no wind, which is lovely. So we're just relaxing. We had played some Yahtzee, and we're doing a scratch ticket now, and hoping for less disturbed weather tomorrow, and to explore, because there's some surprises on this campsite that I'm excited to show you tomorrow. So if anything fun happens, I will share it with you. Otherwise, have a great night, and I'll see you in the morning. This little guy's just hanging out. He kept flying into my headlight and into my face. Now he's on my leg. Hello, Mr. Toad. You're very handsome. So this is my headlight. It's sitting on the picnic table facing away from me. And there's like thousands of these little bugs. And I don't think this is really picking them up. But they're crazy. They're not biting bugs. I'm not even sure what they are. But they just love the light. There's like this huge, oh, there they are. You can see them now. There's like this huge column of them, like right in front of the light. It's so cool. It's quite entertaining. because, you know, there's nothing else to do out here at night. Well, good morning from Sucker Lake. It's getting late. It's probably 10:30, 11 o'clock. We had a great night. A couple small storms came through with a little bit of light rain. Rained a bit this morning early. And it's been pretty overcast, but it's getting hot. I think it's going to be 28 degrees Celsius, feels like 35 or some nonsense later today. So we discovered behind our campsite what looks to be maybe a snowmobile trail or a four-wheeler trail back into the woods. So I think we're going to take Shoxie on a little adventure and go hike down there, see where it leads. Otherwise, I don't know, might go for a bit of a paddle. Undecided. It depends on if we get the storms they're calling for. Don't really want to be out on the water when there's lightning. Now, in saying all this, you know, in a classic rookie mistake, I'm using my phone to video this weekend, and my charger is back in the truck, which is, you know, about a half an hour paddle and 2 portages away. So it's not far, kind of debating whether or not to go get it. But there is a chance this video could get cut short just because I run out of juice in my phone. So we'll see, you know, how the weather goes, how the day goes. Might go get it, might not, but I'll let you know. So this is the crazy trail behind our campsite. You can see how wide it is. And it kind of just goes for a bit. It's really packed down, which makes me think snowmobiles or four-wheelers. Oh, that's cool. And it comes out to this kind of clearing that's not a designated campsite. And you can see it's like 2-track for sure. Look at that blowdown. That's crazy. And then it goes back this way. So yeah, we're gonna check this out for a little bit. And then look at this blowdown. It's like one tree fell on top of another tree, which fell on top of another tree. So the plot thickens. This little trail comes up to a very solid road. Fire route or something. This is crazy.
It's marked on the tree here too.
Oh yeah, there's a flagger. All right, adventure continues. So we've got a pretty fresh deer track, and then also fairly fresh people tracks. So somebody else is exploring this trail, or has recently. Well, this is cool. So we found a boat, and we found an emergency response stash. That's very cool. That's neat that they have these out here. I always wondered about people get lost and whatnot, how they deal with that. That answers some of our questions. It's a really cool nurse stump. See the old one rotting around and the new tree growing right out of it. Very neat. Lots of funky mushrooms. This is cool. We found like a sneaky, sneaky path here. We've got kind of a pond and creek over there. And then this, you can't tell, but it is a small creek that runs down to Sucker Lake. And then clearly the path keeps going, but we're not going to go any farther because I know there's a campsite up on the left, probably another kilometer, and we don't want to freak them out. But this is beautiful. What an adventure, Shoxy. Well, I think we're going to spend the afternoon kind of relaxing. It's getting really muggy and it keeps getting dark, and I think we're expecting a thunderstorm soon. So we might have to just batten down the hatches and lay low for a little while, but yeah, that was fun. Well, I'm back from a little mini adventure, a bit of a failed mission, I'm afraid. I decided to paddle back across Sucker Lake and then do the portage into Bottle and paddle Bottle back to the put-in to see if there's any charging cables in my truck for the phone, and boo, there was not. So I was only like 50-60% sure there might be, so that was a little disappointing. But it was a lot of fun, a nice little day trip. Paddled back. It's actually the first time I've done a portage lift with that canoe by myself, and it's not a lightweight canoe by any means. It weighs about 55 pounds. So kind of first trip over the portage, I kind of played around with a couple different methods, and then on the way back I had it kind of figured out, use kind of the tripod method where you put the bow on the ground and lift it from the stern and then walk your way under, and it worked like a charm. I was very, very proud of that. And now I'm back, had some lunch, and I'm back just in time because the wind has picked up. It's insane. This would have been a mess trying to paddle out there by myself, so I'm glad I'm back. It was a nice little mini adventure. Sweetie keeps saying, use my phone for your video, so I don't want to burn all his batteries down, so I will video a little bit today, but only the really kind of fun stuff. Otherwise, we're mostly going to spend the afternoon relaxing and probably get a fire going in a little while. Maybe have some hammock time. We'll see. We never did get a thunderstorm, although big dark clouds keep going over. Hopefully that just is the way it's going to be and we don't get one, but I'll check back with you in a bit. The most dramatic sunset, but better than last night, that's for sure. Because we have to get going early in the morning, we need to be back at our vehicle by around 10:30, 11. I've already started taking gear down. So I've got the bug zone taken apart already. I'm going to take the hammock down. We're not expecting any rain, so there's no need to have the no bug zone. I mean, the bugs are hardly anything right now, which is fantastic. We were really just using it as shelter from the rain and the storms, but got a little bit of stuff done tonight, make it easier for the morning. So I think I mentioned yesterday that the previous inhabitants of this site left us a bunch of split hardwood, and as you can see, I think we only burned 2 or 3 pieces of it because we found piles of available wood yesterday, and then on our little adventure today, we dragged all that stuff back. So we're definitely fine for tonight, and we'll be leaving a nice little pile for the people tomorrow. It's always good to fill up your good karma wood bank there. All right, so dinner tonight is one of our favorites, which is spaghetti. And this is a half a can of spaghetti sauce dehydrated. I have a whole can of chicken that's been dehydrated. Ooh, I need the glove, I think. My fire's a little excited. And because I actually brought in a spare pot on this trip because we wanted to cook that ham last night. So I'm going to just start, I'm going to put all my vegetables, my meat, and my sauce in this pot, which is half full of water, and get it all rehydrating, and then I'll use the other one to cook the pasta. So that's my canned chicken. In here I have dehydrated roasted red peppers and mushrooms. So get them all in there. And then again, this is the half a can of spaghetti sauce. Every last little nubbin. There we go. Bring that to a boil and get it rehydrating. There's some nice sunset colors. That's beautiful. All right. So this is the dehydrated canned chicken, the spaghetti sauce, roasted red peppers, and dehydrated mushrooms. And I took it off the heat about 10 minutes ago, and just to let it sit, and it's coming together really, really nice. Everything's nice and soft. So I'll probably put it on the heat for like the last minute or two of the spaghetti, just to warm it up. All right, time to try to strain this very carefully. Losing a noodle. All right, nice. Oh, look at all that. This is gonna be a huge meal. So much food. Alrighty, dinner time. Okay, so we did it. We emptied that giant pot. We're in our last portions. Then I'm gonna sit around the fire with go into a food coma. I'm so full. And it's so yummy. The heat coming off these coals is just incredible. We're gonna let this kind of do its thing, and then we're heading to bed. You ready for breakfast? Yeah. Yeah, you know what's in that bag, don't you? You know what's in that bag. So I just thought I'd share my sleep system this summer. I'm using an ultralight Sea to Summit sleep pad. It's super comfy. Then this really small, lightweight pillow. It's really comfortable. And then all summer we've just been using these Primaloft throw blankets by Eddie Bauer that we got through Costco. They're really warm and big, which makes it really comfortable. Yeah, I'll show you. Everything packs up really nice and small and light. I'll show you that. So there's everything packed down. The Eddie Bauer throw, the Primaloft throw, I believe it's only 10 ounces. And I mean, it's not in a compression sack, it's just in a little bivy bag. You could definitely compress it down smaller. And then this is the sleep pad and my pillow. It's super light, super small. So we got a new saw. Ours, the blade was really dull and it had actually crimped and the side was going to break at any time. So we decided to try this one, and so far we really like it. It's a lot sharper than the old one, so that is very helpful. And it breaks down really small, which we quite like as well. Hello! Nice. So breakfast is our French vanilla instant coffee that we're a big fan of, and then oatmeal with dried cranberries and a chocolate flavored protein boost granola on top. It's really nice. So this big guy, when he wakes up, he needs 10,000 pets to start his day, which means that when we clean up the tent, we get a giant ball of fur. So we're saying goodbye to Site 125 on Sucker Lake. Great site, other than that this is the put-in, and it's about a 2-foot kind of rocky drop. But it's quite large. This guy's a fan, aren't you, Shucks? Yip yip. Good times, eh, bud? And it's a beautiful, beautiful morning. Just the lightest breeze to keep the bugs away. It's going to be a nice paddle out. And we finished the portage from Sucker back into Bottle Lake. It's all that beautiful pickerel weed. We're loading up and we're heading out. It's been a fantastic trip. Lots of fun, interesting weather. Can't wait for the next one.